Hello, welcome to the Gospel and Grain with Lottie. It's been a while. I miss you too. Today I am multitasking, so when I get the opportunity, I will take a look at you guys, but otherwise I have to be focused for safety. But I wanted to come in. This is more like a life update, but also sharing a dream that I had that I believe the Lord gave me to share. Um, so the life update is that my family moved, my husband and my two children. And most of you know that I have one on the way. So one is growing in the belly, in the womb, and it's an amazing experience. I'm more recently feeling more of like the kicks and things, so it's exciting. We're gonna find out the gender soon. So super exciting, but just a lot going on in life, which is why I have been MIA. We are in our new place, and I have been having a hard time figuring out how, when, where to record. So the plan, the idea, hi, welcome. The plan and idea is for me to try to record at night instead of in the morning or during the day, because it is very hard for me to wake up in the mornings. I'm not as fatigued as I was during my first trimester. However, I am still very tired, and being with two little ones work. I don't know if you've experienced it, but it does take a lot of energy. So any energy that I do have is kind of taken, and then you just have all the things that you have to do as a wife and a mother, and it's a lot. So I'm not complaining. It's a blessing. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I get the opportunity to be home with my babies, and definitely grateful for a new place. And of course that comes with lots of unpacking, and we're building different things, furniture and stuff like that. So there's just a lot that comes with it. So I just want you guys to know where I'm at, and you haven't seen me in a while, but I've been praying about it and asking God to really just help me figure out how to make it work in this season, because it's still something that He had called me to do, and I don't feel like that He's angry. Sorry. Okay. That I haven't been as consistent, because He obviously knows everything that's going on, but I do want to make sure that I don't allow myself to get comfortable with not doing, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm going to share this dream, and then I'll be all done for today. I pray that you guys can hear me. Sorry for all the background noise as well. So it was kind of weird, a weird dream, a weird start to the dream, but towards the end of the dream, which I found interesting, because that's the part, of course, that I woke up and I remembered. I was sharing that God expects us to do our best, and so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Like, what does that really mean? So we are human. Yes, we are. Okay. But we can't use the fact that we're human as an excuse. Because what happened when we gave our lives to Christ was that even though we're human, we no longer function the same way that we used to, because the Lord transforms us. When the Holy Spirit lives inside of us, we are spiritual. We are now connected to God. God lives within us, right? We do have a choice. We can suppress, quiet the spirit, and live in the flesh, right? But that's a choice that we shouldn't be making, because we gave our lives to Christ for a reason. Why? Because you realize how much he loves you, right? You realize that he gave his life for you. You realize that he is an amazing God who will make your life better. So you gave your life to Christ. You don't want to go back to the same old, right? So don't do the same things that you used to do. Don't think the same way that you used to think. So, with that being said, the point of it all was that even though we live on this earth and we deal with the things that other people deal with, we deal with, money problems, some of us. We deal with financial problems. Oh, that's fine. That's money. Health problems, relationship problems, different things that come up, but our reaction to them should, and what we allow ourselves to say, to do, to think should be different. We cannot live in negativity. We cannot live with excuses of, because I'm human and I have needs, I do X, Y, Z. Okay? So for example, because I'm human and I have needs that need to be met, I'm, in terms of lust, I'm watching pornography. Okay? Or, I am married, but I don't get what I need at home. Therefore, I need to get what I need. I'm a human, and this is a natural desire. Well, no, because that's called adultery, and it's a sin. So, those are big things, but they can be really small things too. They can be simple things like lying, for example. Okay? Sometimes we feel the need to lie. We want to call it a white lie, but it doesn't matter the color of a lie. A lie is a lie. Why do we lie? Oh, that we're not perfect or whatever the case. Hi, welcome. Or because, we're embarrassed, or because we want something, and if we tell the truth, we may not be able to get that thing. Whatever it is, if we're being deceitful or lying, that is not Christ-like. So it can be from what we consider a small scale to a huge scale. But the truth of the matter is, God expects us to do our best. He expects us to give him our life and everything that we do, every aspect.